Nityanandam. This is Ma Nitya Ovyananda. Today, I wanted to speak to you about Puja. Puja is one of the most important parts of our day and parts of our spiritual practice because it connects us to the divine. It puts us in that space of oneness with Sadashiva, in that Shaktipada space. Actually, Swamiji was mentioning the other day in the Guru Purnima how the fundamental thing about Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the guru-disciple relationship. It is one of the most profound and important parts of our lives, of our lifetimes, to have that relationship. Now, what happens every morning? We put the flower offerings, the food offerings, the clothing offerings, the jewelry, all of the items we offer. When we're giving from that space of gratitude, it actually opens up something within us very deep that I've not experienced pretty much in anything else in my life. But opening that place up inside connects you directly with the divine because you're going into that space, into your heart, into your being, and you're offering that gratitude. And in my case, I'm offering my gratitude to Swamiji for all that he has given, for how he's turned my life around, for how he is with us, how he's making me experience the energy itself, that divine energy. See, with the awakening of the Kundalini, that experience itself helped me get out of so many things, including addiction to alcohol. From that place, that inside, going in and feeling that energy, the Kundalini energy, that Shakti energy, that carried me through so many things because even when I would doubt, even before I came to the Adinam, and I would maybe doubt what I was experiencing or doubt how I wanted to go there and live and how is he real, Swamiji, and all of these things, I connected to that space, that energy, and she was always present there inside me, always moving inside me. I only have to close my eyes and I could feel the pulsation of that energy moving in my body. So it really helped me get through many things, many ups and downs, because and the gratitude for that is Swamiji. He's the one who has awakened that in me. It is because of him that I've had such a profound experience with that energy. So when I perform the puja, so many things run through my mind, but at the heart of it is Swamiji. He is our life. He is everything to us. He is the divine. He's the divine outside and within us, the way we connect to him. So when we perform that puja, inside there's such a melting happens, such a feeling of, something you'll never really experience in any kind of ordinary love. This is a divine love. It is such a different thing. And that can be awakened in all of you. Once you meet Swamiji, you will understand. When you come before him into his presence, you will feel that energy. You'll feel it from outside of you, reflecting, radiating from him, and you'll feel it reverberating inside you. Because there is a piece of him inside of all of us. We are him. That's why we connect to him so deeply. Some people, when they come before Swamiji for the first time in darshan, they just cry because they finally realized the piece of them that was missing, the part of them at the source is in him. So when we perform that puja, we connect to him every day more and more, and it keeps changing and becoming more and more deep within us. Swamiji told us recently that if he didn't have the mission and all of the responsibilities that he's gladly taken up, he would just sit all day and do puja. That would be his life. He used to do puja for 15 hours a day. Can you imagine? He worshipped Shakti Devi, and he would just sit all day and perform the puja. It's like amazing. That's his favorite thing to do. His favorite pastime, he would call it, or favorite life pass is performing the puja, and it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful space to be in. And I'm telling you, there's nothing I've ever experienced until I started doing the puja. When I very first started watching satsang many years ago with Swamiji, there was something about the puja, the morning chants that I would hear. It woke something inside me immediately, and I started to try to learn it. I couldn't make heads or tails of it at the time, but there was something about it that struck me very deeply. And then I had the opportunity, it's been 3 years now, I can't believe it's been so long, but I hope to have the opportunity again. But since I'm a sannyasi, we perform the puja every day, and we're part of Swamiji anyways, because we're basically given our life, and we're part of his family now once we've taken sannyas. So mostly you see the devotees that go and they offer the puja. But if you have the opportunity to do the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, it is the most beautiful thing you can do. So the last time I did it was 3 years ago, before I took sannyas, like before I took brahmacharya, krama brahmacharya. It was about 3 months before, during my birthday on April 19th at that time. I also offered what's called the tolimala, which is the garland that he wears, the flower garland. So first of all, it was in the Garbha Mandir. So you go inside this place, and it's like walking into like a different world, basically. It's like you can feel the energy is so thick inside of there that you feel like you're stepping into a different place. It's like you're walking into a different space, a different time. The energy of him is so thick inside that place. Nityanandam, hi, this is Ma Ovia returning. Sorry about that break in the video, but got called to a meeting and then we had darshan with Swamiji. I'm actually currently attending the Sadashiva class for Adinavasis. So we had the pleasure of Swamiji's darshan tonight. As you can see, he gave us third eye awakening with the Ananjanam, which is the sacred substance that has the bioenergy of Sadashiva infused. It's a special process made with the burnt soot from a ghee lamp onto a silver plate. And it's made from that way, and he infuses with his third eye the energy of Sadashiva. So anyway, always some amazing things happening here. Anyhow, I was sharing my story from Pratyaksha Pada Puja and the experience I had in 2014. That experience I wanted to tell you about. So basically at that time, I wrote Swamiji also a letter about because you got to ask him a question. You get to talk to him after the puja itself. So that's one of the major perks of doing the puja. Not only are you sitting in his presence for at least 30 minutes, but you get to speak to him after. So I was telling about the tolimala, that flower garland. It's a big, heavy, long garland basically goes to his feet. So the tip of it is touching his lotus feet. It's very beautiful. So I'm reaching up, because he's on his throne standing, and he was kind of like leaning in so that I can put this heavy thing over his head, and I almost tipped over. I think it was only his grace and magic that kept me from falling. I'm like, I can't fall in him, but I have to put this thing on. So I put it over him, and it was actually a very beautiful experience. And he wore that, and then he sat, and then, we sat for the puja. And what an experience, just being in his breathing space, like just the energy and that feeling of, he would liken some videos he had called the love current of Mahadeva. It's like you're like in his womb, like he's also Devi and he's also Shiva, and when you're in that place, it's a profound experience. So many energies and things open up and circulate around you during that time. So it was a very nice experience. So many of us are here shooting videos tonight, so it's a little loud, but I want to finish this. So then after the puja, I had my letter for Swamiji, and I basically was telling him how, I was going to Varanasi and then back to US to, basically speak with my family and all before I took brahmacharya, which was in July. So I gave him the letter, and I told him about it and all. And so he was, first of all, what he said was, Meenakshi accepted your Pada Puja. Can you believe it? Meenakshi. And as he told me that, he put the flower mala over my head and put it over me. I just couldn't believe it. Like, it was like instant bliss. Like, and actually I can't remember, it was before, at the end he gave it. And that energy, because he was wearing it for that amount of time, you can just, like, my whole system and every cell in my body was vibrating after he put that on. But what a blessing, like Meenakshi accepted my puja. See, Swamiji actually has the bio memory of Meenakshi Devi. He tells how he took parts of her, the best parts that he needed for this lifetime, which was her extraordinary capability of administrating. She was a queen, and she just was an amazing administrator. She ran the whole show, the whole giant kingdom. And not only that, she had a group of, cities and all, siddhas, and she would do like the hospital, she would do the armory, the people, she would listen to their issues and solve the problems, the law. She'd basically run the whole show. So Swamiji is amazing in just the same way. Anybody could come up to him with anything and he'll have an answer instantly. He just knows exactly what to do. Anyhow, so it was a great, amazing honor. So I gave him my letter, and he read it through, and he gave me blessings and everything. He said blessings to come back for sannyas, and it was such a blissful experience. And I basically, cradled that flower mala as I went out. And for, the whole satsang, I was holding it, and I was just in a complete blissful state the whole time. Because it's like amazing. Anything he touches or holds, like his energy stays in that. So the whole time I was feeling that vibrating through my whole system. And even later in the day, because I couldn't even speak in front of a camera like I can now. Later in the day, they were asking me to film for the Nityananda Times, my experience with the puja, and I could basically only stand there holding the mala and smile. I couldn't even speak because I just was so shy of the camera. But anyhow, so I don't even think they've ever even aired that video. But it's such an amazing experience. I only know one thing. You have to meet Swamiji. I mean, even if you don't care about religion or spirituality or anything, just to meet him, because you don't understand what kind of being he is. People speak about legends and these people on the planet who have been inspirations and strong figures, and people say they want to meet Shakespeare and this person and that person. Swamiji is amazing. Like, just to meet him and speak with him, just to hear him talk. There's nobody like him anywhere on the earth. So I'd really inviting all of you to come. If you're a devotee and you've never done Pratiksha Pada Puja, you need to come to the ashram and perform it, because it is the most profound experience next to energy darshan that you can ever have in your life. And of course, energy darshan you will get every day of Inner Awakening program, the 21-day retreat of manifesting Shaktis. And you just spend all that time with Swamiji, and your life will never be the same, and only for the better. So please come to the ashram, go to innerawakening.org, find out more, and go ahead and please send me any messages if you have any additional questions. Thank you for watching. Nityanandam.